Good afternoon to you all. Welcome back to Rangers Rabble. This is the post-match reaction to Rangers 2, Kilmarnock 0. That was fun. Before I begin, I'm going to say like, subscribe, do all those bits, tell someone about it. You heard me earlier. I'm hoping you're all joining me from this morning. And as per the status quo, Graham, welcome back. Kurt, welcome back. Who wants to kick me off and summarise the game? Go on, Graham.
I'll go. It was a training match for it, to be honest. What we expected. They part of the bus. We get plenty of possession. All us has just been patient, try to find the openings. And the first half was pretty tough, but with some nice displays, I think, for Tillman. It looked pretty positive. Scott Wright had his moments. And then decision making is his problem, really, for me. But he had some moments. Obviously, Lawrence at the bar, but it was coming. It was all about being patient and just getting there in the end.
Yeah, okay. Any individual performances of note?
I think there was a couple. I think Stephen Davis was superb, and as usual, just never really gives the ball away. And he's always tidying up, isn't he, Stephen? He's just all over the place, even at his age. I think Lawrence got into the game. Tillman started well. I think we were pedestrian at the start, but we got into the game. We played well. I don't want to look at negatives. We scored 2 goals. We got a clean sheet. That's 6 points. Start of the season. We've not been great this season, but it's 6 points out of 6. So I'm happy, Scotty. I'm happy.
I've got to ask, what negative was there? what negative could you possibly be thinking of?
You know what it's like? Sometimes you just want to find a negativity point just to cause a bit of controversy, but no, there wasn't any today.
No. I think for large passages of play, because of the nature of the team that we're playing and how they set up, we were going to have the ball for large periods and not really be able to do much with it. But I thought we moved the ball well and we kept passing and probing. What I want to ask, Graham, what did you make of, obviously it's his home debut. Welcome to Ibrox officially. Just come to the country. Yilmaz at left back. How do you think he got on?
I think he did okay. He looked a wee bit nervy at the beginning. The ball went under his foot on the touchline. But he was trying things. I liked the way he was kind of pinging it into Colak. And if he had a wee bit of a better first touch, could have maybe made more of the kind of situations. But he grew in. I think he kept things quite simple. And also, what we've seen in his YouTube clips and that, he was quite fast at getting down the wing. And a few block crosses and some that kind of got into the box, but a steady 6.5 out of 10. Say for his home debut, and also can build on that.
You boys are difficult to please. I tell you, I thought he did really well, and you know, we'll touch on this. You know, when Barisic came on later in the game, you could see the mentality. There was a bit of mentality shift on the left-hand side. Barisic is naturally more cautious and he plays back the way. Yilmaz will start deeper and he won't make those bursting forward runs unless he's running into space, but he looks to play the ball up centrally quicker. And I really like that. It's something a bit different and it gives us a couple of options. Firing into the game. So the game started probably as expected, just Rangers. I mean, the whole 90 minutes was Rangers. But we had an early chance with Tillman eventually bursting down the right-hand side centrally. Kerr, what did you make of Tillman's starting off with the chance? What did you make of his performance overall?
I thought he performed really well. He's a busy player. He's got a really good touch. He can move left or right. He's got good movement in his body, and I just would like to say I think sometimes his decision making lets him down. I think at times sometimes it's a shoot or other times it's like a pass, and I think that will come. I think he's still learning coming to Rangers. I don't think he's played a lot of football in Munich at a high level. He's played in the youth system. I don't even know if he's played the Munich first team. I couldn't tell you. Graham might be able to tell me. But I think he looked okay, and I think you see the glimpses we've seen him. He is technically a gifted player, and you can see that about him. But I think he's still young. He's still learning. I think he will come good. But I think when you see him, he is good. He's very offensive, and he doesn't like to come back. His first thought is always to go forward, which I like.
I think this comment from CGM. Afternoon, how you doing? Afternoon, viewers. Please keep the comments coming in. Tillman needs to take the shot earlier, and particularly in the first chance. And you, I think, hit the nail on the head when it comes to decision making. I don't think he knew what decision he wanted to make in that instance. Bear in mind, he's going down on goal 10, 15 minutes away. Meters from goal, yards. Where am I? I don't know.
It was close to the goal.
He was bearing down on goal. That's enough.
Yeah. I thought, he will come good. Like I say, I don't know a lot about him. Probably ask him because he's watching more German football than I do. But I think you can see.
Right, Graham, answer the question because Kerr's go round in circles now.
Yeah, I'm going round in circles. I've only seen him at Rangers.
I do watch quite a lot of German football, but I never really seen him play much, so I'm not really the best to answer that. But like Scott says, his technique-wise, he's got it, and he moves into good positions when he's plenty of space, and once he gets that decision-making up and going, I think and gets relationships going with like Morelos or Colak and Kent and all the kind of players. We will see the best of them. But the first half showing was very, very nice. Second half, he kind of tired a wee bit. So I think you expect that with a young man that's not really played much football, especially at that intensity, and in front of that much fans as well, and the expectancy as well. So, and he suffered quite a few fouls as well too. So, but first half performance was bright, and he can build for that.
Yeah, exactly. I think he actually gave us something's going wrong with the microphones or something. I can't work out who's doing what. So bear with us while we sort that out. I think that was in the first 5 minutes. That was actually the best chance of the match. So over the next 20 minutes, Scott Wright had a couple of decent efforts on goal, Graham.
Yeah, that one, the shot, the goalkeeper kind of gave it one of the camera saves, but that was a shot on target for Scott Wright. Scott Wright had some moments, like he had a few turns and got running into defence, and then there was the one chance, I think it was Colak kind of flicked on at him and we were through if he controlled it properly, but he tried to do that first time pass. And again, that's with Scott Wright's problem for me, his decision making. If he kind of got that out of his body, it would have been through on goal. But he had some moments, and hopefully he goes back in training, kind of works on the decisions and gets into these situations again in the future.
Okay, is that actually something that you can work on in training, or is it just something that comes naturally to you?
I think you can work on it, but I think mindset is it's something that comes natural. I think he's not going to get any better. I think in already is Scott Wright. He might get more, maybe can bulk up a bit, maybe get game awareness a wee bit, improve a bit. But I think decision making stuff, it just comes natural to a lot of players, and I think at times he overthinks it or he doesn't think. You can see that, and I think it was Alec who said the other night, Scott Wright just does a Scott Wright, doesn't he? He beats two players, he looks really good, and he comes to the final part and either fluffs his shot or he gives the ball away. But I thought he done well with this Scott Wright when he was on. I actually thought we played alright. I don't know what sometimes we look for in the game.
No one's being negative, don't worry.
I'm not, but just some things you see on social media and stuff, people still complain. But a 2-0 victory at Ibrox, not letting the goals in. It was Kilmarnock who I thought didn't really come to try and play, did they? I thought they were quite. Some of the stuff they were doing was awful, to be fair. And some of the tackles were put in, they should have been. The referee should have called it a lot sooner than they did, like booking wise. But I thought we'd done okay because we struggled at the past at home against teams like Kilmarnock, and I thought we'd done okay today.
Aye. Well, we dominated the game, and we can talk about the referee. Didn't necessarily impact the game, but it certainly did impact. Like for example, Tillman, he took an absolute battering from a lot of the players, and I think that just saps your energy. So he struggled to actually maintain minutes in the game, and it's disappointing that he only came off after 60 or so minutes. However, I think there's a lot of excitement about this guy. After 25 minutes, we saw an absolute thunderbolt from Tom Lawrence from about 25, 30 yards. Very unlucky, hit the bar. Graham.
Yeah, it was a nice shot. I never seen it live. I seen the replay. I had to nip to the toilet, but it was one of the times. Lawrence, he scored plenty of goals similar to that. With ball bouncing on the half volley, stuff like that, and outside the box, he's very capable of shooting and scored kind of worldly goals. So I think if he keeps that up, he will get plenty of goals this season, and hopefully a few goal of the year contenders for us to enjoy.
He certainly likes a shot from target, and that's something that I noticed. And maybe it's a tactic. We seem to take quite a lot of shots on from distance.
Which we probably didn't in the past, Scottish, and I don't mind that, to be fair. Sometimes you're having a dig and having a couple of passes and losing possession. I mean, somebody like Lawrence in your team who's got a good record at scoring for distance, saying, you have a dig. I mean, don't buy a raffle ticket. You don't want a prize, do you? Somebody's having a dig, and I like Lawrence because he's very offensive. Yeah, he will lose the ball at times. He maybe pass the ball and the players aren't watching, but they'll learn playing next to him. But he always wants to go forward. I mean, he does lose the ball. He's willing to chase it and get it back again, and he's not scared of putting a tackle on or two. So I think he's going to be a big player for us this season. I'm just hopefully he starts on Tuesday night.
He seems quite a robust chap. And I noticed that he also likes to have. He's got a bit of dig about him. He's got that nasty little bit of aggression, which I absolutely love in a player. Moving on to the guy that got man of the match, not by Rangers TV, but by the guys in the stadium, Colak Morelos, found himself in a very interesting position in the box after a good bit of work. Was that Tillman that did the work and then cut it back for Goldson? He was quite unlucky. Graham, do you want to take that one away? What was he doing there?
The Livingston game as well, he had a few runs and ended up in the box as well. So I think that's quite nice to see because against the kind of defences, it gives us an extra man in the box to take away players. So hopefully that's a tactic that we can use in certain situations. But it was one of the ones that he really should have been going across goal, but he tried to go for the near post and it hit the side netting. But it was a good clean strike. But like we said, if he went across the box, he'd get a deflection or the rebound, stuff like that. So if he's in that position again, hopefully he learns for that and we can maybe get goals from that.
I doubt it. I'm thinking, hoping Goldson turns into some kind of clinical finisher is very much wishful thinking. But the game kind of, I don't know, carried on from that point up until half time. The pace really wasn't there, was it, Kerr?
No, it was pedestrian at times, but that's maybe a wee bit down to ourselves, but also a wee down Kilmarnock we're playing. We're just sitting there, aren't they? And they're stopping us playing them. Niggly fouls are just trying to interrupt the game. And I mean, I like Derek, but it's probably one of the reasons that at the time I'm thankfully wasn't the Rangers manager because I don't know if he'd probably played the same way we are because he seems to do that constantly, doesn't he? That's his way of playing.
But it's one of those things when you come in after 45 minutes, you've dominated the game. And you've created a few chances, more half chances than actual chances, Graham. Is it just me? I'm just like reluctant to change these things.
Yeah, it's really hard ones. Like you want to kind of up the tempo, but it's hard, like you say, when you're playing against that kind of sort of defence. So you just have to keep. The key word is patience, and just keep trying to get in between the lines instead of going side to side, and back. But it's just. You don't mind in the league if it's just one or two teams that do that, but our league's basically every team does that apart from Celtic. It is depressing, and the players must get tired of it as well, and they just have to keep their concentration. And we got there in the end, but I wish we could get a wee bit more entertainment for the away teams to try and make it a better product for our game.
I think at times we do see it, but fully understanding why they do it. They know how good Rangers are. If they come and open up in an open, expansive game, they are going to get absolutely hammered. So that is going to be very much the case. But coming out into the second half, Kerr, and it doesn't really take that long for my man. I'm going to call him my man now because he's a centre forward and, to make an impact.
I know, I actually missed it because my stream went buffing, so I didn't see a goal. I seen after it, but I'm happy he scored because he's just here. He's getting a wee bit of abuse for. I don't think he's getting it in the club. I just think he's getting it for outside, and people are questioning him. But at the end of the day, he was brought here to score goals, and he scored the goal today. And I'm happy he got it. Hopefully, it sets him on a wee run. But I thought his performance today was slightly better than it was before. I've been critical, but I thought he was slightly better, and he was before. I don't think he's ever going to be the player some people won't. Like he's never going to run across the front line, never going to chase, never going to harry. I don't think that's his game. I think he comes alive in the penalty box, and if he can keep scoring those goals, then that'll do me. Like we said off air earlier on, I'm almost saying he's the same as Chris Boyd, but if he can put the ball in the net like Boyd had done, then I'll be happy because Boyd wasn't wanting to chase things, was he? But Boyd knew where the goal was. So if Colak can contribute in any way Boyd did, I'll be happy.
I mean, I can't really put it any better than CGM. CGM seems to be hitting the nail on the head, and I'm agreeing with him a lot today. So if anyone wants to come out there and actually agree with me too, then that'll be absolutely fantastic. Sorry, Graham. What more can you actually ask from a striker? Let's face it. His goal last week against Livy should have stood. He scored a goal today. For me, that should be 2-2 in the league.
Yeah, totally agree with that. It's just one of the ones. I think the more minutes he gets into his legs, he will look a wee bit sharper, and then hopefully that touch sticks a wee bit better. But like you said, one chance, one goal, and it was the most important goal today as well, the opener. And it kind of made the game a lot easier for us. So he did do his part. But once he gets up to speed a wee bit more, he's used to his players, and maybe the patterns of play start to work a wee bit better, and we can start judging him and see the best of Colak.
Yeah, for a couple of minutes after the goal, I thought we had a bit more energy, spark, belief, confidence, which was good to see and very much needed. But then the triple change came on about the 65th minute mark. So you had Yilmaz, Wright and Colak, probably to be as expected, coming off for Barisic, Matondo and Morelos. I have to say, Kerr, these guys actually made a bit of an impact, didn't they?
They come on and done well. I mean, we're always going to have more of the ball anyway, but they come on and done really well. Kilmarnock had a couple of chances, didn't they? Which I thought I was going to win. I thought to myself, don't let it go in here because a couple of we couldn't clear it and had like 2 or 3 corners, didn't they? In quick succession, we couldn't clear and then powered a shot and it come off I think it was Lawrence's back into another corner, but no. And John McLaughlin came out and he was limping for a bit after coming for a corner. So I was thinking, don't keep coming up there, but we got away. We come up the park and we continue. We get back into the game. We played well, and obviously the man who I said earlier with the score of the day come on and scored. So I'm actually happy. And I thought, like Graham said off here, he probably could have scored another 1 or 2, Alfie, because he did get the ball at times in the box, but just maybe he's not played for that long. His first touch let him down, but no, I'm happy. Like I said earlier, Scott, there's not really any negatives, and I'm not even. I wasn't even like mentioning against Colak. I just think he's played better than today, and he's took his chance well. And somebody said he maybe had 1 or 2 other chances, which he was unlucky with. So, no, good on him. If he can score goals every week, then I'll be happy for him.
I think, Kat, no one's looking for. I'm not looking for negatives. I'm looking for positives.
I know.
One of them things.
I'm a glass half empty kind of guy.
Right. Someone get him a pint. I'm looking for positivity. I'm wanting positivity. I want everyone listening, watching, doing whatever they're doing while this is on to be positive, because we're going to go into Tuesday and we need to be positive. We take a performance like that today with the goals, keeping the 0, scoring at least 2, we quid in. Graham, the main man, Morelos, so good to see him back.
I just wish we had him for the end of the running last year, because there were some differences so important to us, and it's great to see him back. And he looks fit as well, and he looks fresh, and looks delighted to be back. And then that goal will do him a world of good. It'll make him feel part of the team again, and obviously the fans love him. But as Kerr was saying there, he had a couple of chances where he was put through, and maybe if he's a wee bit sharper, they've got in front of the defender, or his first touch was a wee bit clearer, could maybe even get another 1 or 2 goals. So I think we've got minutes into his legs, and I think he'll have an impact on Tuesday, which is
But
what
the
we
big
want.
question is, guys, what about the haircut? Or the hair colour? Is he trying to be like you, Scotty?
I can't wait till he goes platinum. And then I'm going to just remember who had it first. It's so good to see Alfie back. And, you know, when he scored, I don't think there was there's just smiles all around, isn't there? You just love him. He's just such a cuddly little. Anyway, right. That's put me off the train of thought. Matondo, look, Matondo, I think we both give him a bit of stick, and he looked a bit lightweight. I think there was a bit of a difference in his performance. Perhaps maybe he's coming on against tiring legs. The standard of opposition that he's playing against perhaps wasn't as high as Tuesday, but I thought he looked pretty good.
He did, and he's always wanting to take guys, wasn't he? Try to get into the box. So if he can keep doing that as well, he's going to learn the game. He's still young. I'm not sure what age is, but he's still young. You can see he's got a lot of potential. He likes to attack. So if he can keep that up, I'll be happy. And it's good to have him inside because when Kent's fit, he's there. And Wright's there. We can chop and change or we can swap about. So I'm happy. But I thought he come on and done well today.
It's just wish that if we had Matondo, Scott Wright's physical nature and his stature, and Matondo as the player for the skill, his actual decision making in the final third, I'm really excited about because he looks to get that pass, and obviously he's the one that sets up Morelos to get his tap in and his goal. So there's a lot to be excited about, and it was really good that I mentioned how strong is our subs bench, and then obviously Arfield comes on as well, and Arfield looked good. Have any of these guys actually put themselves into contention to start on Tuesday, Graham?
Yeah, I was saying to one of my mates earlier on that I think Tuesday, I think we would be best going for kind of as much of last season's squad as possible from the start, because they'll be used to each other. They know the pressure. They know the Ibrox mentality on a European night. And I think obviously they can use last season's run in Europe to go and try and get back into the tie. And then hopefully the players like Matondo can maybe come off the bench, I think, and use the pace later on. But I think Arfield will start on Tuesday, to be honest, because he makes obviously the runs into the box, and he's got a better link up hopefully with Morelos. I think if he's fit enough to start. So I think Morelos and Arfield, and I think Barisic will probably start ahead of Yilmaz as well, to be honest.
Okay, do I let you talk about Arfield? Do you want to talk about Arfield?
Scotty, I like Scotty.
I know.
Does he start on Tuesday? I'm not sure. It depends how Gio wants to go. I think we need legs, but like them saying, we need experience as well. Davis has got a big claim for starting on Tuesday. Stephen Davis, him and Lundstrom. Should go back to Jack and Kamara? I wouldn't. I would keep Davis and Lundstrom and Tillman, Lawrence. I mean, we have to be attack minded because we can't go out and think, well, we play safe first 15, 20 minutes, and we'll have to go out and all guns blazing and get a goal. And even if because we can't let him sit onto the match, so we have to go attack minded. Does that mean Matondo comes under? You start right. I'm not sure what way he's going to go, but Stephen Davis for me has to start next to Lundstrom.
If you don't mind me saying, I'm the host, and I keep saying this because Martin really does have a go behind the scenes if the hosts start talking. That I think it's really important that there's guys like Arfield and Tillman around Colak for him to be really effective, because otherwise we're in a position where potentially he's going to be isolated again. It's going to be really interesting the tactics that we choose on Tuesday, because it's a huge game. Do you want to talk about Kevin Clancy, because it's now getting to before Morelos actually scores? Kilmarnock are really flying in with these tackles. Kevin Clancy, not only does he let an awful lot go, but his reluctance to, for me, give the appropriate card or colour of card. Something we say this every time he refs us. Something's got to be done, Graham.
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the season, I've heard quite a lot that they're going to try and let the game flow a wee bit more, and let tackles go a wee bit more. But they have to, when it becomes continuous throughout the game and the same player building up fouls, it needs to get done. It needs to get basically stopped, like a yellow card, maybe just for one of them, just to say, right, that's me, I'm taking control of this game now. But like you say, it's Kevin Clancy, and to be honest, not just him, the Scottish refs in general, they're not very good, to put it that way. But time to start protecting the players a wee bit more. We want to see the game flow, but when it becomes continuous, like you said, it's not very a good look for the game, really, to be honest.
No, it's not right. I don't want to talk about that anymore, actually. Get some more wick and it winds me up. Kerr, 350 competitive appearances for the captain.
Yep.
special mention. He gets a lot of special mentions, but he deserves them. Give him another special mention.
Yeah, I mean, Tav has he's been at Rangers for a long time. He's been here since Mark Borton was here. He came in on the first division World Championship, and he doesn't get enough praise at times. I don't think he gets more criticism probably at times than he does praise. But he's the type of guy you can't leave out your team. He's also the type of guy after his contract's over, he deserves a testimonial, and he also deserves to be spoke about like some of the guys we've had in the past. We speak about these days because Tal's been through quite a lot with Rangers and a lot of stuff that players before him never dreamed they would even see happen. But Tal's been there, done it, and I just can't praise the guy high enough. I always stick up for Tav. Yeah, he's maybe no as good a player as Gary Stevens was, stuff like that, but he gives so much. He cares as well. A lot of people say we still get comments saying he's not a captain. To me, as he's been captain under a few guys, a few managers, and that tells you everything. And I think his teammates respect him and know what he can offer. And I can't praise him higher enough, Scotty.
Yeah, good. Graham, can you add to that?
Tom and Richard Goff are saying about like his goal scoring as well. I think it was like 84 goals they were saying he scored, and then obviously the amount of assists he gets as well. And something that we always talk about Goldson, like how he plays every game. Having here, when was the last time he never played a game? And he plays the full 90 minutes, and he's up and down that pitch more than anybody. So the engine on the guy is, as we say, we're running out of words to say for him. And I hope he gets to that 100 goal mark. What an achievement that'll be. And obviously the captain, he brought 55. We went through it all. He's an unbelievable player. And there is times I think that he could have left if he wanted to, but he stuck by us as well. So she showed loyalty to the club as well, which is good as well.
Yeah. What a man. Are you too old for a new hero at the age of 36? Because I think he's one of mine. It's really weird having a hero that's younger than you, but I suppose this is the football generation. Look, stop absolutely everything. It's time for me to go. Like, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the rabble, like and subscribe. Retweet us, tweet us, follow us. What else is it? I'm not too sure. I really should work on it if I'm going to be a host more often. Martin's just been lazy. No, he's not. He's at the B team game today, I think. And this absolute cannot thank you enough, Jim. Thank you very much. The donation will go towards the rabble. It will go towards hopefully sorting out this sound system that we've got. I don't know how it works, but it's so much appreciated. If anyone else wants to donate, there is a donate button somewhere. Try and find it. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. What was I going to talk about next?
You're the host. You should know.
Oh, we could just finish it there. No, I don't want to finish it there. I don't want to finish it there. It's job done. We move on to Tuesday. How are you feeling ahead of now we've witnessed that game? How are you feeling now, Graham?
I think it possibly could be similar to that. So like we've said before there, I think patience will be key, but going with last year's European record, we were quite on the front foot, started quick. And I think that's what it's going to take, and hopefully we can get one of the early goals that we did against Braga and Leipzig. I think that's what I'm hoping for. But unfortunately, I'll be working, so like last week, I will not be able to see it. So hopefully I can watch this one again and we're qualified for the next round. So let's hope.
Okay.
You have to be confident, don't you? I'm actually going, so you have to be confident that I'll go and no doubt watching it. I'll not feel confident at the time, but I'll go cheering them on, and it's doable. We all know it's doable, but you need to turn up, and hopefully we will. But we do need to turn up, and I think on paper we're a better side, but we need to prove it in the park, and I think we are. But we just need to prove it. Scotty, last Tuesday was awful. Doesn't really you can play other words in it, but the whole game is just awful. And I think they didn't expect us to play like that, but we did. But I think they'll be expecting us to be a different proposition this time. So if we play the way we can play, like the 2 years know, we should go through. So hopefully we get the result we need.
Ryan Kent, I've been reluctant to mention it, but he's been littered all over the comments today. Naturally, he was a miss today. He was a miss on Tuesday. Does anyone have any words if he's going to be available for Tuesday?
I've not heard anything. I think Stu or Lee was put it in the group chat that it said it shouldn't be too long. But when we hear that, sometimes it's a wee bit longer than we actually think. So just fingers crossed that he is available for Tuesday, because we've seen in last year's performances in Europe, Kent is vital to us. His work rate and getting in behind defences and his dribblings and winning penalties and stuff like that as well. So fingers crossed he is fit.
He's fit, he plays. End of the day, if he's fit, he plays.
That is without a doubt. Look, gents, any final words? 6 points out of 6. We go on to Tuesday, then we've got, St Johnstone at home. Is that right?
Yeah.
Good start to the season, Graham?
It's a good start on the points. I'd have liked to see a wee bit more entertaining football, but we're being greedy, I suppose. 6 points out of 6. One of them was a comeback win, so we showed a nice mentality there to get back and get that win. So, as we say, hopefully Tuesday night we can do it and then go to St Johnstone, and then that'll be 9 out of 9. And then we take it from there and just build. That's the key. It might be a slow start, but once we get into a rhythm and the players get used to each other, that's when we can start to hope to see the patterns of play and the good attacking style that Rangers can do.
I couldn't put it better myself. Care, any final words?
Can't ask for any more, can you? 6 points out of 6. Yeah, we like better football, we like more goals, but end of the day, it's 3 points and we've got 6 points, so we just have to take each game as it comes. Tuesday night will take care of itself, and hopefully this time next Saturday we've got 9 points and we're through to the next round.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen that are viewing, I think we'll wrap that up for today. It's been Rangers 2, Kilmarnock 0. 2 strikers scoring, Colak and Morelos. What more can you ask for a Saturday afternoon? Enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks, and we'll look to see you very, very soon. Bye.